Happy birthday, Jean. Happy birthday. My, how the years have flown. Jean, you and I go way back. In fact, I remember probably about the first time I ever saw you was on the Mr. Gillum's school bus.
Absolutely. We called him Ugg.
Yeah, and we'd ride that bus, and I'd get around there, and I'd save a seat for you, and you'd always sit beside me, and that was just so exciting to me. And I remember, Jean, I remember when you brought me a pair of cowboy boots. Do you remember giving me those cowboy boots?
I think I remember, yeah.
And that was really exciting to me, and you and I were always special friends. And I can remember, of course, you were a little bit ahead of me in school. And
but you were a cute little kid.
I kind of grew up with you, and I stayed over at your house about as much as I did mine. And in fact, I can remember some of the fine times we had. I remember taking the train, and we get on the train down there at West Lake Wales and go to Fort Lauderdale and go stay with your grandmother's place down there
on the beach.
And I would help you babysit the kids while you were going out doing things in the evening, right?
Why not?
Do you remember the times that we'd go out there on Lake Pierce and we'd go out fishing at that boat and drift across the lake and catch those specks? And we had such a good time on that thing. Tell me a little bit about who were some of the friends that you had when you were in high school?
Well, Carrie Pearl Capps was my very best friend, and I think her kids are here somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, and Jewel Chastain, Frances Hall, and let's see, Polly Ann Lassiter. We played basketball.
Right.
I played football with the boys, though. But anyway, we.
How old were you when you came to Lake Wales?
11.
11 years old. So you lived out there at West Lake Wales.
Yes.
From, and I probably knew you when you were about 16.
Probably.
Maybe 15. That's when I first met you, because you're dating my cousin Cecil at that time, which you later married.
Yeah.
And
it's all your fault.
I remember we would go out and cut down Christmas trees every year. That was tradition too. We had a good time doing that. And tell me about, you've got 5 children, right?
Yeah, and a stepdaughter. My second husband had a daughter a year older than my youngest, Sharon. She's
not here, is she?
No, she's a professor in a college in Tennessee.
Okay.
And she doesn't get out to the 14th, but she'll be here then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go down the list now. You started out with Marietta, and then you had Virginia, and then you had
Jim,
and then Helen.
No, Sue
came in there, and then Helen.
And then Helen, right.
I bet you can't even name all of your grandchildren, can you?
Say what?
You can't even name all of your grandchildren.
What'd you say?
How many grandchildren do you have?
I think there's about 19 grandchildren.
19 grandchildren.
And 16 or 17 great-grandchildren. I hadn't counted lately.
And how do you take care of their birthdays? You just say, hello, happy birthday?
They have birthdays?
Yeah.
I mean, when they get 80, I'll be sure and throw them a party.
Well, I'll tell you what, you sure are in good shape for your age. I can tell you that now.
We're all in a good shape for the shape we're in.
Yeah, that's right. Now, you were in politics here in Lake Wales for a long time. When did you first get into the politics?
It was a mistake. I was told by Cliff Conges that it would be 2 nights a month, about an hour and a half, and maybe 2 hours. But the first meeting, we didn't get through until midnight.
You were on the city commission for
4 years.
4 years. Then you ran for election, And they must not have liked what you did or something, but they kicked you out.
Well, John Paul Rogers beat me out.
Yeah, John
Yeah.
was in school with me. I remember John Paul real well.
And,
Yeah.
and so since they tried to throw me out, but I decided that I would have to join something, and so they couldn't get rid of me completely. I'm on 2 boards at the city, and I volunteer at the police department, and also I volunteer. I'm a ambassador for the Chamber of Commerce.
Wow. You're still getting around, aren't you? Good.
Yeah, I'm still working for a few of the people at Highland Park. I was out there for 45 years.
Now, this little granddaughter here, she wants to say something. What do you have to say?
She's also a good granny.
She's a good granny? I'll bet so. Now, who's this young man right here?
Tristan.
Now, how's Tristan related to you as your great-grandson?
His mother is Rachel.
Rachel's?
Is Sue's.
Okay.
This is Sue's grandson.
Sue's grandson.
Yeah.
All right.
And his mother is graduating from college on Monday. And she's put herself through college all by herself. But she's had a little help from her mother, babysitting. And she's just done a wonderful job. We're all proud of her.
Well, Jean, I tell you what, I've really enjoyed being over here at your birthday party and reminiscing and going back in old times and looking at all of the pictures and everything. It's always such a pleasure to be with you and so much fun and being with all of your family and everything. And I certainly hope that we can come back for your 90th birthday in 10 years and do this again.
I'm so thankful everybody came. I just feel so blessed to have the children I have and the friends that I have. And I'm a people person, and I love all my friends, even the workers.